verse. We came across a verse that says Quran Arabiyan, and there was another verse he says Quran Arabiyan. So there is few instances in the Holy Quran that it mentioned that it is Quran Arabi few times. What is the hikmah of emphasizing that it is a Quran Arabiyan? Why Allah keeps saying it time and time again that it is Quran?
I want to ask yourself, what is your opinion as a suggestion, as a possible understanding?
To be honest, I haven't got a suggestion. I mean, some people might argue that it is obvious it's Arabic. When we read, it's Arabic. So why Allah keep emphasizing it is Arabic? To be honest, I haven't got an answer. I don't know.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala names different signs of himself in Quran as a sign for his glory, as a sign for his greatness. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس and so on and so forth لآيات لأولي الألباب or لآيات لقوم يتفكرون in other verses. So what is the hikmah of mentioning night and day? What is the hikmah behind mentioning different things like even the sheep which is floating on the water? What is the hikmah behind it? I believe it is one of the apparent understandings which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala apparently, frankly, is mentioning the wisdom behind it, is that He wants us to think. And Arabic as the most perfect language, we have in Farsi, we have 6 persons. When we conjugate the verb, we have I eat, you eat, he eats, we eat, you eat, they eat. Only these 6. And in English also only 2 or 3 more persons. But in Arabic we have 14. 14. Daraba, 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 darabat, darabata, darab, darabta, darabtuma, darabta, darabte, darabtuma, darabtuna, darabtu, darabna. How many? 14. For different, and also the structure is very rich. The structure of Arabic language is very rich. You see, mushtaqat are 8. اسم فاعل, اسم مفعول, صفت مشبهه, صيغه مبالغه, افعال تفضیل, اسم مکان, اسم زمان, اسم آلت. How many? 8. And each of them, they have form. They have rule to be made from any root. You don't have, as a multi-language person who knows different languages, I haven't found any language to be like this. Yes, French is also a very rich language. Spanish is a nice language. But being nice, being rich, for other languages it doesn't reach the depth of Arabic. Everything has a form. In French, you have plenty of letters. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in my opinion, this is my possible understanding. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows better, but I'm just discussing my own understanding, which can be a possible explanation for this.
Even in the Russian translation of the Quran, it's not the same. In Russian, it's considered to be like a original.
Yes, this is what I'm going to reach, inshallah. He knows Russian as well. So, what I'm saying, that brother, that is maybe because those who translate the verses, they could not understand it first.
Maybe.
This is the first problem they have in translating it. Because when they want to translate few short sentences in Arabic, they may imply the correct meaning by more sentences.
Yeah.
And this is another thing that I want to reflect on. Ijaz is one of the very important characters of Quran. As I have already mentioned several times here, Quran is constitution. Last time I forgot the word and you helped me. I remember. Quran is constitution. It should be mujaz. It should be brief. So Quran cannot be long sentences like Russian sentences, like French. In French, you have plenty of letters which are not read, which should be ignored. So you have seen behind Peugeot, for example.
Even in English you have the same.
No. In French you have plenty much more. For example, in Russian, there are many other problems in the Russian language. So, this is why, because Quran should have been brief, Arabic is the best language to bring everything into its meaning. And also because it has more forms to imply them, to carry the meaning.
That should be one of the reasons Allah chosen Arabic to be the
last time I spoke about the accents. Some of you are better than me in accents in Arabic. You had better idea. He said no, a Saudi accent is not the best. But to my understanding, the different languages I have analyzed, I have compared, Arabic is the best language who has rules for everything. And you find less exceptions. For example, in rulings in the French grammar, you have plenty of exceptions. You have some rules, but there are many exceptions in it. So, in English as well, you have many exceptions. But in Arabic, you have less exceptions. Yes, in Arabic also we have some exceptions. But having less exceptions, having more forms, having more rules, makes Arabic unique from among the languages. I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala names Arabic because the language of Christianity is not Roman, it's not Latin, although yes, when I was in Austria, they had another church where all the supplications was in Latin. So very religious people used to go to that church, although that is not the language of Christianity. Latin is not.
Syrianiya.
Pardon?
So the language of Al-Masih alayhi salam is Syriani.
Yes, it was Syriani.
Yes.
But the most, for today's Christians, the most holy language is Latin.
Might be. And I saw Lebanese people, they read from Bible in Arabic.
Arabic.
Yes.
But for them, now in Austria, as I experienced, and they used to go to many churches. They used to have supplications in German, Deutsch. But few people they said no, we go to that church because it's in Latin.
And it used to be like that. I mean, 2 centuries ago, it used to be everything in Latin.
Yes. And I went to that, and I went to that Latin church.
May I point here, just like even in Arabic, the late Bible was translated into Arabic from Latin, no less than 100 years ago, something like that. So the main religion is situated in Latin.
And this uniqueness brings the unique reward for reading it in Arabic. Brings unique reward for learning it, to be able to read it in this language. This is not for Bible. Bible today, as I told you, they read it in different languages, and inshallah, if they do it by sincerity, Sheikh Ahmad, right?
No, but I just want to say something as well.
Give it to, yes.
The heritage of Arab before the Quran is the poetry. And they were very famous and very accurate about every word. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenged the people of Quraysh by this Quran as a challenge in making language because of the wisdom of using the language to a very high level. So sometimes some of the surah starts with Alif Lam Mim, Alif Lam Ra. So these are the words or the lessons or the letters which are the Quran made from. So that's another challenge, my understanding. Just that
It's
to make,
true.
To make
It's
an
true.
ayah, for instance, of
It's true.
if you are good enough.
Another thing I want to add is that vocabulary in Arabic, you know, they have almost like 200 names only for camels, for different types of camels in different ages. How many? 200 names. Can you imagine that? Only 200 names for one animal, one type of animal. Only camel. 200 names. So vocabulary wise, grammar wise, morphologically wise, it is very unique. And it is known to be the language of the religion. The prayer cannot be read in Farsi, nor in Urdu, nor in Russian, nor in any other language. Only Arabic.
What about the Qunut?
Qunut is exception.
Qunut is exception.
Qunut is exception. You can make any dua in any language.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't dare to do it myself, but
Because Qunut is not wajib for salah, it's only mustahab.
it is mustahab, but not because it is mustahab. It is except salawat is mustahab, but you cannot say it in Farsi or in English. In sujood, you cannot say salawat in English.
I think Haji, you're right, because I've read some very great scholar mention this. Refer to those who convert.
Can you please use the microphone?
Yes, I've actually was reading a book from a very great scholar. And that was the question they put to him. And he says, yes, for people who convert, if they can't, until they read, until they actually study the Arabic language.
That is different. That is a different story.
They say there is no way they can recite in their own language because it's language of Allah, and in translation you will lose the meaning.
All the languages are the languages of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Arabic is the language of religion. You know, this is the language of Islam. Arabic is the language of Islam. All the languages are made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the languages, they all belong to Him, because they are created through the human mind, which is created by Him. So all belong to Him, but Arabic is the language of Islam, and it is different. So this is why it has been emphasized in the Quran from two perspectives. One, as a sign of His greatness. Look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might be emphasizing on this, saying, look at me, how great language I have made, which can imply everything. And the second perspective is that it is because He wanted us, He emphasized on it, to draw our attention to it, that this is the language of my religion. Do not...
I'm sorry, how did the question we realize that why the other prophets, when they actually Tawrat and Injil, why, if it is the religion of the language, why Tawrat and Injil not in Arabic?
Again, this might be possible understanding or explanation for that. I am not 100% sure. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows better. The religion was not perfected those times, first. Second, so it wasn't first necessary to be implied in the best language, because it was still deficient. Al-Yawm akmaltu lakum dinakum. By Islam and by Wilayah, the religion was perfected. This is number one.
There's a verse in the Quran, Allah says, but وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَّا بِلِسَانِ قَوْمٍ
But
لِيُبَيِّنَ.
yes, but his question is different. He's asking why they didn't have special, that did not become the language of that religion, like Syriani, Why Syriani did not become the language of Christianity? This is his question, isn't it? So the answer is, number one, because the religion was not perfect. Number two, even the language, even the Arabic was not perfected at that time. You know? So the religion was perfected, the language was perfected, so they should have come together as a miracle, the last of the everlasting miracle, which inshallah be miracle until the day of judgment. No one would bring anything like it. I am enjoying this discussion, and deep down, I'm really enjoying because of the essence that I also think by speaking, I even find more understanding even myself. Even my own knowledge is increasing.
Discussion,
you know?
debate is a great way to learn. You know?
Now, even for myself who is speaking, I'm learning by speaking about Quran.
And Christianity took a different way from Islam. So it wasn't sent to, for instance, the Roman Empire straight away. And the Roman Empire took advantage.
But Islam is forever.
And
لأنذركم به ومن بلغ. Don't forget this verse of Quran.
So
this is the proof for the fact that Quran is everlasting, forever, and for everywhere. Forever and for everywhere. This is the proof. لأنذركم به ومن بلغ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down Quran for me to warn you Arabs, you my people of Quraysh, and you who are alive in my time, and whoever that this reaches to. This is the proof that in Newcastle, after 1,400 years, in Newcastle, in another part of the world, in another time, we still have to fast. لأنذركم به ومن بلغ. So أحسنتم. That is another reason for Quran to have Arabic. So if you have, yes, please.
No, are we done?
No, I want to ask you first if you yourself have more explanation for this question.
That's fine. But you have another ayah.
Because I know sometimes you have.
What is your opinion? What is your opinion?
Sometimes you have.
I'm satisfied by your explanation. I'm satisfied.
But I will be more pleased if you have something else.
No, actually I don't.
Please.
Can I have one?
Yes, of course.
Actually, in Surah Al-Ghafir, Ayah 83, it reads something too about knowledge and all these things. So,
Please read the verse.
فلما جاءتهم رسلهم بالبينات فرحوا بما عندهم من العلم وحاق بهم ما كانوا به يستهزئون. So, what is the type of the بينات?
Which ayah, sorry?
83. Page 476.
فلما جاءتهم رسلهم بالبينات
فرحوا بما عندهم من العلم. So what the type of the knowledge that they have or they had, so it was comparable to البينات or the information or the knowledge was brought by their prophets. So was it comparable, low or less or more?
Let me see what Allama Tabatabai says. Number one, the possible meanings that he has, Allama Tabatabai brings from other tafsir. Number one, the corrupt knowledge they had, which is not acceptable by Allama Tabatabai. Number two, philosophy, Greek philosophy. Which is not acceptable as well. The other meaning, according to Allama Tabatabai, is that when the messenger of each nation came by our great signs or bayinat, this ilm is known to be jahl. They were فرحوا here بما عندهم من العلم by their knowledge. Here means by their ignorance. And this is like ta'ana. Ta'an, what do you call ta'an in English?
Stop.
Huh?
No.
Kinaya. What is kinaya in English?
Elusive.
Huh?
Elusive.
No.
Yes.
No, I know it is not good in this context. It might be correct. Anyway, it is like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to say something.
Metaphor, is it?
Metaphorically, maybe. Metaphorically, but a kind of vice versa metaphoric. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says ilm here, but he means jahl here. Or they consider their jahl, ignorance, to be ilm.
You mean objection?
فرحوا بما عندهم من العلم. It is known that Allama Tabatabai says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions ilm here to Salam alaikum wa rahmatullah, to do ta'an to them that look, they consider their ignorance as ilm, as knowledge.
You mean jahl murakkab?
No. Again, this is another possible meaning. Yes, jahl murakkab. But Allama does not accept this as well.
No, but he's saying that they had a little tiny ilm, and they thought that they know everything.
Pardon?
They had little knowledge, but they were believing that they have a lot.
Yes.
Big
This is another, but Allama does not accept this meaning. Another meaning is that the farahu refers to the anbiya. Sorry. Farahu refers to kuffar, and Indahum refers to anbiya. So farahu, but Indahum means to kuffar. They were happy with the knowledge that they found with the anbiya. This is another possible understanding according to Allama Tabatabai. Let me make sure which one is acceptable by him. He says there is a problem in this understanding because this is not the way Quran usually uses the pronouns to refer one to Anbiya and the next to.
It's confusing.
So, yes. The next is that both Farahu and Indahum refers to Anbiya. You ask a very good question. To Rasul. It refers to Rasul, and then this way the meaning is Rasulan, the Rasul, when they came to their tribes, their nations, and then they saw the ignorance of their own nation, they became happy with their own knowledge. Did you get it, Dr. Salah? This is another understanding. And the problem of this understanding, according to Allama Tabatabai, is that the qarina shows that this verse is not about Anbiya. This is about Kuffar. Recite the salawat, please. Another salawat, please.
حج أراء فلما جاءتهم رسل بالبينات فرحوا هي اسم مفعول جاء هو الفاعل.
فرحوا is مفعول؟
لا جاءتهم هم المفعول رسلهم الفاعل. So فرحوا refer to home, which is the people.
Yes. This is why Allama Tabatabai does not accept. This is why he didn't accept. He's bringing different understanding from different tafasir. Finally, according to the translation, is that the little knowledge that they had, because kuffar also had their own little knowledge. They were happy with their own little knowledge. They didn't accept the advice of the Prophet. This is the understandable explanation of Allama Tawheed.
A bit like أخذتهم العزة بالإثم.
Yes. 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 A bit like that. But if does not have any knowledge in it. But here, because they had their own knowledge. Even today, kuffar have their own knowledge.
Yeah.
And even their worldly knowledge is even more than our worldly knowledge. We are waiting for Sheikh Ahmad Hanif. Inshallah, until he comes, recite another salawat. So this is the meaning. That because of the little knowledge they had, they were happy with it. Any other question?
You see, like in Surah Maida, I think there's ayah which, well, in my translation, in the English translation, it says don't take Christians as your friends. But I was told that's in this translation from the word wali, which could also mean don't take Christians as their leaders.
Ahsan. Don't take them as friends in this meaning. Friend, don't take them as close friends. Because close friends, they reveal their own secrets to their friends. So, this is the meaning of لا تتخذوا. Let me just bring the verse for you. Recite another salawat, please. Do you remember the verse of Khalid?
Which verse is this?
Don't take Christians as friends. No, I'm gonna. لا يتخذ المؤمنون الكافرين أولياء نسيدهم. Which refers about Christians. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا اليهود والنصارى أولياء. Do not take the Jews and Christians your أولياء. بعضهم أولياء بعض ومن يتولهم منكم فإنه منهم إن الله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. First of all, the meaning here might be guardianship. The meaning of wilayah here might be guardianship. Do not take them as your guardian. Do not accept their power over yourself. But if it is the friendship, it refers to close friendship. So do not take them as close friends.
But it doesn't stop us from going to their church, for example.
No. It doesn't stop. No. We should make friendship with them. We must have friendship. The Jews, even the Jews, tomorrow we are going to Day of Quds. The Jews will come.
Yeah.
The Jews will prostrate against the Zionists to show the difference between Zionism and Judaism, which is very important for us. So we must make friendship with our Sunni brothers, with other faiths, with Christians, with Jews, even with Hindus, with Sikhs. Why not? To make friendship, to show that first of all, what is the reason? Number one, to remove all the misunderstandings. They have a lot of our Sunni brothers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Recite the salawat. Our Sunni brothers think we have a different Quran. Did you know this?
Yeah, I know.
They think we say Quran should have been revealed to Ali alayhi salam, but Khan al-Amin. But al-ayadu billah, the Holy Spirit betrayed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he sent the Quran to the Prophet. According to our opinion, they think Quran should have been revealed to Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam. So, we should make friendship to remove such misunderstandings. We should invite. This is my actually fault that until now you haven't seen the Christians and the other faiths here. But we should invite them.
Yeah.
We should invite them to show them how we are and how we are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and so on and so forth. So it has a lot of benefits to make friendship with all their faiths. But close friendship, very close friendship, the way we reveal the secrets, something is secret.
Yeah.
So even
this is very challenging. You know? Even in our own friendship between Muslims, we sometimes cannot actually cross the line and tell our secret to a Muslim friend as well. That could not convince me to say, okay, to me, I don't think the meaning is not friendship. The guardianship that you mentioned could be right. Not to be too much influenced by them, to follow them through when we become Christian. That's what I personally, I've seen people, because they see a bit of affection from Christianity, they see a bit of, maybe we could say knowledge, they totally left Islam.
friendship also may lead to that. Friendship, if it is too close, may lead to that. We should be very careful. So that is, friendship also can be an element or a factor to get to that. Yes, we should be careful. Friendship is very good, but with good control.
Is it كونوا دعاة لنا بغير ألسنتكم?
Ahsantum. This is another example for this beautiful hadith. So by friendship we can invite. And Sheikh Hanif is very good in this. He's, mashallah, he's very warm in just making friendship. And his public relation is, mashallah, perfect.
Very interesting. The Sheikh was mentioning in terms of Wahhabis or people under the influence of Wahhabis thinking that we have a separate Quran. I remember in university, I joined the Sunni organization.
Where?
You know,
Canada
in Canada, and they didn't know I was Shia. You know, and I remember I was talking to one of my friends, and we were walking the street, and I said to him, that was like in the late 80s, I think, early 90s. And I said to him, you know, I think the best Muslims right now are the Muslims in Lebanon and Afghanistan. Because in Lebanon, you had them fighting against the Americans. In Afghanistan, you had them fighting against the Russians, you know. And he said to me, I think, yes, I think, you know, you're right, but not the ones in Lebanon. I said, why? He said, because you're Shia. I said, oh, what is Shia?
You didn't know before.
You didn't know what Shia. He said,
it was first time for him to hear about Shia.
He said, I said, what is Shia? You know? He said, well, brother, they call themselves Muslims, but they're different to us. And I said, why? He said, they have a different Quran. I said, oh, I said, it's terrible. That's very bad. You know? He said, yes, it's very bad. And he said that they worship some people called the Imams. He said, they worship them like God? I said, yes, yes. So we were walking, and we ended up in front of my apartment building. You know, but we didn't know we were going to pass there. I stopped him. It was night. You know, I stopped him in front of my apartment building. I said, you see that light up there? That's my house. I live right there. I have 5 Qurans in my house. You could come in my house right now and take all 5 of them to see if they're different because I'm Shia.
So it was not the first time you heard about Shia?
No, I was Shia. I joined the group, but I was doing kind of a taqiyya. I didn't really was doing taqiyya. I didn't have to in university, you know. His jaw dropped, you know. He said, no, I'm not coming. I said, come, take all my Qurans. I didn't know you were going to come here. I wouldn't be hiding anything from you. So he said no. Anyway, after that, he started to say, all of the Shias are bad except Ahmad Hanif.